Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. So today's video has to do with Kinbor. The planners are out in AliExpress. I think I said some other place on my last video, and I do apologize. But I do want to tell you that I went into AliExpress, saw that they have the books available, and uh, I decided to use a bullet journal because I have plenty of them for 2026. So I'm not buying one. I mean, I was tempted, let me tell you. But here is the new AliExpress books for 2026. And let me tell you, these prices are not it. It's a lie. It's not $1.81. When you click on it, it brings you to another window, which then when you click on the book that you want, it then tells you the actual real price and the size. So this is an A6. The red one this year is a horse. They do have the black one, A6, available. And then they do have this pretty one, and this is the one that I thought I was gonna get. But the A6 is actually 1672 if you want like an A5, which is the one that I usually use. I think it was more. So they have A5 and A6 sizes. Some of these, this one is the pink one. I didn't like that one either. This is the A5, and it comes with a PVC cover. So the color is a little funky for me. I'm not buying it. I'm not getting it. This is with the PVC. Don't forget, is the A5 horse with the PVC plastic cover to cover over it, which is what I have here. This is the one that I brought last year, and I had the weeks to match it. I don't like the cover that they currently have now. The black one is okay. For the A5, it's $21, as you can see. It's a pretty good price. They have a back to school sale going on, so if I were you, I'll grab it because technically speaking, I paid, I think, was $9 for my A5 and like $5 for my weeks. So the price did go up. It like doubled. Yep. Because of the tariff thing that's going on, politics. So if you want it, it's available now at AliExpress. Let me show you the actual weeks. So all you do is, this is the home page, and then all you got to do is put Kinbor 2026 on here, and then here is your weeks, and they are not 99 cents. I did review the weeks with the comparison with the weeks from Homonichi, and it was, I mean, it is a cheap brand, but here you have some funky, designs. They have a bow tie, they have something cloud, they have this yellow looking thing, it says let's go party, the bow tie, which is called bow knot, this one, and then they do come with the PVC as well, plastic. You can buy the combo. So with the PVC, depending on which one you choose, that one is 26, this one is 9, but this is just the book. When you click on it, it shows you when it comes with the PVC plastic. They have this regular little fool, it's like a little yellow color. This one is something else. It looks weird. Heart boat something. Then you have clearly with the PVC is 26. So they are in the 20s when it does come with a PVC, and it looks like they're about $10 when it comes by themselves. This is a pink one. It's called Pink Dream Catcher. This is the one with the horses on it. Is little wooden horses. So the nice ones, clearly, that are most popular, that it looks like they're selling a lot of, is a higher price. Because this one with the two horses is $26, and it's not with the plastic included. The orange one, this is the one that attracted me the most out of all of them. It's called Rock Sugar. I don't like the color, but if I would to buy it, that would be the one I would get. And it's only $8. But to me, the price still doubled down because I think I paid like $4 for my week's Kinbor for 2025. Even though it was too small for me, I didn't use it. They have this sea blue coconut juicy one with the plastic is 26. So when it comes with the plastic, they're about $26. You see 27 with the orange, the pink one 27, this one is 27. This looks like a marble. Yeah, it's like a marble. I apologize for Micah in the background. This one is like a beige. I think that would get too dirty. So with the plastic, it's like they're running for like $27. With them by themselves without the plastic, I suggest get the cover for it. It's cheaper, but it's so weird because this one is 26 without the plastic and it's 30. Whoa. With the plastic. And I guess this is the popular one. And that's how you can tell which one are people gravitating towards. And right now it's on sale because of the back to school. Bro, that's a lot of money for a fake weeks planner. I'm just saying. I would rather buy the real one. I am just saying, I'd rather buy the real one if it came to that amount of money. They also have this Wonder Journey, and it's like, I don't know, fake trees, like a little kid's design is what it looked like. And that's 25, and I'm pretty sure if you want it with the plastic, 28. So you can tell which ones are the most popular. And this one is not even available because look, it says find similar. They're already sold out. I just noticed that. So did this one sell out? No, that one is still available because it's still a lot of money. Some of them already sold out, I guess. So this one sold out, which is the Wonderful Journey, which is a little funky. And it's $28 with the plastic. You see, it's sold out already. What other one sold out? I think that's the only one that sold out. Wow. Yeah, you see? So I decided not to do this because of what's going on with politics. So I did not go and I mean it's still pretty cheap by itself. I mean the sea blue coconut, it's still $8. I don't think let's see. Will they add any shipping? Oh, I gotta log in. Hold on. Alright, guys. Had to log in really quick. I didn't even realize. Remove this from the cart. That was from last year. I only go into this website, I want to say just to buy the Kinbor and stickers. Like, that's my best bet. Here it tells you, so if you want, let's say, if I was to order this thing, it would have been either the coconut, which is seed blue. Oh, you see now the price changed after I logged in. Now the price changed because it did say $4. Now it's $15. What in the world? Coconut with the plastic is $34. It does say free shipping for anything over 10. And that's because they are putting the prices in there. Now I don't know for sure if you guys will get the same pricing because I did log into my account, and if I would have picked any, it would have been this one. So if I add it to cart and is available, yeah, I do get, my free choice of free shipping. And it arrives between September 4 and September 9. You can ask fast delivery if you want, but this is for 2026, so you really don't have to. But you're still spending $34 with the cover. And by itself it was 15. So the prices did go up once I logged in and I didn't create my account. I already have one. You see, hi Essie, that's me. So you do get the free shipping because obviously is more than $10. But if you are to buy one that maybe does not cost the $10, but it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, once I logged in, the prices changed and they probably know I buy these. I was buying them since last year. I mean, $36? Seriously? How much is a real weeks from Hobonichi? Hold on. Alright, guys. So from searching, it looks like they haven't released their new 2026 week slim yet. It looks like the release will be on August 31st. Clearly today is not August 31st. Um, and they're gonna have various designs, weeks mega, blah blah blah, and all that good stuff. So I can tell you. So I did search how much would it cost me. How much did it cost in 2025? Apparently, somebody also asked the question, and a Reddit said that if you direct buy from Hobonichi, cousin is a $38. The weeks was 23. Plus your shipping is 96. So I do remember it being around 20 something dollars, and that's the slim one. It wasn't even the uh the one with the extra pages in the back. Um and it is a little bit of a better quality. So for $37, I wouldn't buy it in Kinbor. I would buy the obviously the real weeks, but I don't know how much it costs in 2026. So that's something we all gonna have to look forward to, I guess. But that's the search I did. Don't forget the cousin as well. Even though it says $38, cousin actually has more pages because they do a I think you have your monthlies, you have your weeklies, you have your dailies, so you have more pages than the Kinbor. The Kinbor itself only has the monthly, and this is why I gravitated towards this one to begin with, was because I don't have the weeklies in here. It was monthlies and dailies, and that was it. And that's what I needed because I didn't use none of my weeklies on the cousin. And for the amount of money I paid for it, it wasn't too bad. But now with all the price changes and everything, yeah, we're not doing that. Also, my life changed. So now I can go back and let you know my life changed. So I can't believe it's $36. Ugh. That aggravates my soul, people, my soul. I'm gonna flip through this week. And I'm sorry, I can't find my stand. I can't find nothing. I'm like, this is tomorrow. I plan ahead of time. So let's see. This week that just passed, because today is Sunday, and I just finished doing my thing. Where am I? This is tomorrow. So here is the week. Today I started watching Gilmore Girls. Every fall I do the same thing. And it was crazy. I ate a chocolate and it says, chocolate now, stress later. And I've been a little stressed lately. I do put my Bible verse that I do my Bible study on every single day. I don't do a lot on Saturday and Sunday, especially in the summer, because clearly I do my garden. So we don't have a lot. I didn't catch up to photos. That's about the only thing. And then obviously I'm flipping backwards. Today is Sunday. So this week I've been very adamant at planning the night before. So like today I plan for tomorrow. I picked a random verse that I'm gonna study on, and I'll show you that in a minute. I put all the stuff that I did or do throughout the time. I did a pizza dough. Randomly just wrote the recipe there, and I've been adamant at writing down everything I did or doing for the week. So it looks pretty good. But next year is gonna change because I am gonna do the bullet journal, and I am gonna use 2 pages for a week. So that's gonna be a challenge. But even though it's gonna be a challenge, it's gonna be a great challenge because I don't do a lot. I am currently working from home. This is my work desk when I do work. Check it out, looking at my backyard. And technically that's what I do all day is working, but it's not as aggressive as when before the big C hit. So, and I can see that because I still have all of my journals from when I first started back in 2016, I believe, and it was a bullet journal. I can go back and look and see that, obviously I'm not as adamant to doing what I'm supposed to be doing in my books. But I like technically am like today is Sunday, so I plan my whole entire week. We are tomorrow. I did put this random sticker that I found. We have therapy at 11, so I am working from 7 to 11 tomorrow. And then the reason it says 7 to 11 is because my work hours are Eastern Standard Time, but I actually live in Central Time, so I keep up with the Eastern Standard Time, not the Central Time. So that's why I say 7 to 11. And then Lexington has his physical therapy tomorrow. And then after that, because I don't know how long therapy is going to take, so I'm not putting an hour in when I start. I'll do that tomorrow when I come back from therapy and I sit at my desk. I'll put the hour in. This is the verse that I'll be studying tomorrow, which is Malachi 4:6, and he will turn the hearts of fathers to their children and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the land with a curse. So I'll be studying Malachi 4:6 tomorrow, and I will do a deep Bible study on it. I don't just write it in my book. I do a big Bible study with my journal book and all that other good stuff. I read my morning this is my morning prayer, so every day I flip it. And then tomorrow we have like other appointments. So like the week I planned and I put all the appointments we have for the week clearly. And I usually plan out what we're gonna do, like budgets, if that's a budget day, and it's usually always on Friday. And then the Saturdays, unless it's something big, I usually do not have anything that I'm going to be doing on Saturday and Sunday. Now, going forward, I will be doing big things on the garden. So I will be writing on Saturday and Sunday starting in September because I need to turn over my beds. I need to start pulling things. So these are the things that I'm going to start writing today. I got to go out there, check it out, see what I'm going to be doing on a scrap piece of paper. And then I come in here and then I plan the month of September how things are going to work out, because now we're turning the beds from summer to fall planting. The end of October I have to plant all my garlic. I need to fertilize. Like I just fertilized all my green stalks and planted in them so they can start giving me green beans and spinach because it's a great time for that. And then I do need to do the beds, but the beds are still full of like tomatoes and all that other stuff. So you see, like the rest of the month is sort of empty unless I know I have a future appointment. But usually that's what I use the month version for. I always have my stickers out and I use the stickers as I go. But I wanted to show you the reason why we're doing the bullet journal starting in 2026, because it's going to be obviously less things that I put in there, and I'm not paying that price. Like seriously, if you pay that price for a Kinbor, I'm not judging. You go, girl or boy. You go with your bad self. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Nope. I'm on a budget. I always do count my coins. You know me. I'm always on a budget. So I will not be paying that price. I'd rather use all my bullet journals that I have. Thanks to my sister-in-law, she gave me a few that she didn't like, so I will be using those. I did order, which I can't wait until it gets here. Actually, I want to, you know what? I'm not even gonna finish this video today until that other book, until my other journal comes in. I ordered an arch and olive for a uh like a whole entire, I don't know, like to keep journal. Like that's gonna be like a keep journal. Um Hold on, let me think. Okay, so I found her. Her name is Yashi Horan. I've been bench watching this lady. All her videos. I mean, she is great. She's good. You good, girl. You're good. If you're watching, you're good. I love you. She has like a bullet journal for everything, like for reading, a bullet journal for journaling. I mean, everything. And then I was binge watching her do her bullet journals because she also has like a video that she shows like all her layouts and stuff, and that's the one that I was watching to try to see to make sure, in my brain, I have all these layouts that I can try kind of thing. So I've been binge watching her. Here it is, like 200 bullet journal ideas. And in one of her videos, I don't know which one, and I'm so sorry, but one of her videos, okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call. And I watched one of her videos that she has like I think it's a year, I think it's this one, the yearly collections or something. And she puts in that bullet journal like all the things that she has to keep track of like all the time. And you don't have to transfer that to the new bullet journal, which makes sense to me because let me show you. Like my bullet journal, well, my journals in general. Every year I have, and that's what the Arch and Olive is gonna be. It's gonna my catch all bullet journal. But in that one I can put, where is the pages? Man, okay. So in that one I'm gonna put like everything that I have back here somewhere. And then I don't have to do it every year, which is a grid. Well, the grid line, I think you probably have to do. But like the tombos, every year I come in here and I have to put my tombos with the numbers to show what color is what, right? And then I can go in and grab my tombo. I also had the grid, and then the one that this one doesn't have because I was a little down and out was my bucket list. But I have it in my phone and I have it in my previous bullet journal. And that's something I can put in that journal so I can keep track of the bucket list and I don't have to keep transferring them back and forth. The other one was cities that I've seen and went to visit, like town halls that I went to go see, because I have this thing with old buildings. So when we lived in Connecticut, we went to every city and went to their town hall, took pictures, that kind of thing. And I like to keep track of what town hall I've seen. So like that kind of stuff, I can transfer that into that bullet journal and then I don't have to transfer it anymore. And that's why it's not here because I got tired of transferring it over. The other thing is my yearly cleaning log. Like I have a cleaning log and not in this journal but in the previous journal, and I gave up on this journal. And is my cleaning obviously the cleaning and then my gardening schedule. So the gardening is another one that I can put in that all catch all. Maybe that's what I'll call it. I don't know if that's what she calls it. I don't remember, but she's great. But I'll call it the catch all kind of thing, like my goals when I first start in the beginning. Like every month, I'm transferring over all these goals. I don't have to, I just have to keep them in one page in the bullet journal and then just scratch them off as I go and put them in this, in your yearly journal or whatever journal you're in and put whatever you're going to do. The garden, this thing I can put in there as well. Because don't forget, a bullet journal has about 190 pages. So that's 190 things that I can do. I don't know how many years I can probably keep that one bullet journal to do that kind of stuff. And then every year I can keep another one for my yearly stuff that I actually do. So I'm going to pause it right here. When the Arch and Olive pops up in my life, it's supposed to be sometime this week, I will let you know. If you've never seen this lady before, my suggestion is go check her out, Joshi Karan. She's really cool. I've been bench watching all her videos. I mean, she has loads of videos like of bullet journaling and all kinds of bullet journal. And then she's the one that actually got me into buying an Arch and Olive because she has a beautiful one. They're really pretty. Never had one before. So I've only had Lordstrom's, so we'll see. And when it gets here, I will show it to you. So let me get going and I will show you guys when it gets here. Bye. All right, guys, welcome back. So guess what came in the mail today? The Arch and Olive. Check out the box. It's so cute. She has her own little tape kind of thing. It says Arch and Olive. Very pretty, very cute. Blocking my address. I don't need you to know where I live. Thank you very much. We're all right with that.
And guys, if you hear somebody mad in the background, that's me.
Yeah, that's JJ being a pain in the butt after I told him don't say anything. Okay, so now we're going to open it up. And Micah is somewhere around there watching TV too. So this is my first reaction. I have not seen what's in here because she did cover it up with this. And on top of this was my bill. Or my receipt, I should say. This is some kind of cushion. I hope this is recyclable. And then it comes all nice and sealed. What? It's my book. This is cute. Handcrafted journal to enhance your everyday life. I like the box. The boxing is cute. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. This is adorable. No wonder it costs a lot of money. Maybe you can save yourself some packaging. And not do the box and charge me less for this book. How much did I pay for this? Let me think. Is it in my receipt? Let me see. Bless you, JJ. Bless you. This one is the A5 dot grid notebook, Majestic Skies. Let me go see how much it was, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. It cost me $41.45 for this A5 Arch and Olive journal. This one was the Dark Red Notebook Majestic Skies. This is cool. It's like a little. Wait, it's supposed to be like a little. Oh, suck it. Look at this thing. Ooh. Oh, check it out. Oh my goodness. JJ, look.
I can't see the book correctly.
This is cool.
That's like a space and time one.
Look, it's the moon, the sun.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, that's space.
It's my bullet journal.
Imagine we open it up to spirit. Imagine you open up a page and you stay and you keep it open, a spirit starts coming out.
I know, that is true. This is cool. And then I can put it back in there if I want. I could put the year somewhere back here and put it in my shelf like that. So you're right, JJ. We should save the box. That is cool. Thank you very much. You see, you can put it right back. It's like a little gavetita, like a little drawer. Nice. So according to this, it says A5 Majestic Skies Vegan Leather Dark Red Notebook, 192 ultra thick 160 GSM pages. Let's see. The only 160 blah blah pages I ever had was a Lordstrom, and it's because my sister-in-law gave it to me. Thank you, Cheryl. And I love it for watercoloring because these pages are thick. So check out the first page. Obviously, you can put your personal information on there if you want. And it starts that grid. Sorry. Oh, look at this. This is cool. It has two markers. One has a little dangly thingy on it. That is cute. It has a pen holder as well. Not sure how much I'll use that. And it has a pocket on the side. The only thing I do see here is the numbers. The pages are not numbered, which is fine. And I did get this one because it sort of matches the Lordstrom that I'm using for 2026 because it's blue. If I can find it.
That yeah, you never know when you open it. You never know. Some spirit could have come down and said,
Bam!
"Do you have a wish?"
I know. So this is the. It's not a Lordstrom. Sorry, I said Lordstrom, but it's not a Lordstrom. This one is one of my Michael's. I think $5 notebooks. Well, when I purchased it, it was $5. These are the stickers that I'm thinking about to use for 2026. And his dot grid as well. Yeah, this is the Michael's one. This one is not even a Lordstrom because this one is not. It don't have numbers on it or anything. When I brought these, it was years ago. When bullet journals started to become a thing, and Michaels actually decided to come up with their own version of a bullet journal, and they used to be $5. Now they're not. I'm not even sure how much they cost right now. Probably like $10 because everything like double up in price. I put the 2026 with my what is this called? Here you go. The Posca permanent acrylic pens. That's what I did. And I put 2026 on it, 2026 on this side. So I could, if I need to, put 2026 on here, but it is too pretty to even think about it. To even, dude, this is dope. I'm so excited. It's got the gold glare going on. This is cool. Now the reason I purchased this is for my lawns that I do currently on every bullet journal, which is like the markers that I have, the colors that I have, my watercolors to see what it looks like. That is something that I don't need to do in every single bullet journal. And I told you in my last video who I got it from, the idea from. But it's things that I want to keep track of, like my bucket list, right? And I want to put my bucket list in here, and then I don't have to keep transferring the bucket list from here to the next journal to the next journal. It can just stay here. So it's my catch all kind of list. If I, like my cleaning schedules, what I do every month, quarterly, yearly for cleaning, that kind of stuff. I don't need to keep transferring it from one bullet journal to the next. I can just keep it in this one, and this one can be sort of like catch all bullet journal. And then my markers, like whenever I want to know, what color looks like for this one, then I can actually just come and grab this bullet journal instead of constantly doing the same thing every year. I think in here I put you see, I put the colors of my tombos. And then I usually do a dot grid of how to separate it if I wanted to. If I wanted, oh, Micah, what are you doing? What are you doing, Micah? Here comes Micah. Hold on. All right, guys, sorry about that. Micah left. So let me show you. Here is 2025. I started bullet journaling in 2016. 2017 was my first bullet journal. 25 this year is a Kinbor. 24 was Catherine Sterling ink. And then 23 was the Hobonichi cousin. And then 22 was this thing right here, which is, this one wasn't too bad. It's smaller than an A5. I forgot what's the name of this one. And it was squared. It wasn't dot grid. Who are you? And what is this? I forgot what's the name of this one. Did I peek the paperwork? I think I did. Moleskin. It's a Moleskin. So this one was the Moleskin extended, and it brought like 300 and something pages, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I kept it. Thank the Lord. Um, it did have like 300 and something pages, so it was enough for like the whole year for me. I used it for 2022. Let's see. And I want to say the first one they had was they got plain, they have dot grid, and then the square. Uh, and it was pretty cool to have and use. This one was like perfect because it fit all of my planner perfects. It fit my planner perfects cover, skin cover. So this was 2022. I mean, I can show you a quick. I do have a flip through in my YouTube. But as you can see, every year I did the same thing. I did a bucket list that I started back in 2015 that I like to keep track of. The other thing I did was, what did I do? My schedule, like how I like to do things, my cleaning schedule. So these things I would have to transfer into every single journal. Our visits, this was back in Connecticut. We used to visit the town halls. I have a thing about old fashioned buildings. So I wrote down every single city in Connecticut, and we went and saw every town hall. Well, we didn't see every single one of them, but as you can see, back in 2022, we had seen plenty. And that's something that obviously you want to keep track of. We used to go camping every, like 4 or 5 times a year, and this was something that I had to keep track of was the camping stuff that we needed. I'm not gonna do that now. The car maintenance, this is something that I would love to go back to because like right now I don't keep track of it in my Kinbor. And since I don't keep track of it in my Kinbor, I don't remember what they did the prior time I brought my car. Even though I could just call them and check, to me it's like I'd rather just flip the page, see what they did, and call it a day. Back in 22, before we were debt free since 2024. So before then, I used to keep track of my debt. So here is the debt tracking. I used to keep track of my A1C because I was diabetic, and then all of my medical history stuff, which as of today has gotten better. So that kind of stuff, I was transferring it from one bullet journal to another or from one planner to another. So it did get, a little redundant when you're like going back and forth, you see, trying to keep track of like something that you have to go back to and redo every single time because you have a new journal. This one was 2021. Yeah. So this one was also a Michael's bullet journal. They usually have about 192 pages. They're very thin. You can paint on it, but it does go over to the next page. But I'm alright with the ghosting and stuff like that. It never bothered me. So that's a quick flip through. This will be the same concept of what I'm going to be doing with 2026 is I'm just going to randomly put what I have to do, what I want to do, the things that are important when I want to do them. And then the good thing is my layout can be anyway. I don't have a set layout basically. This is when we started building in Tennessee. Actually, back in 2021, we weren't sure like where we were gonna buy, so we came to see. So that's kind of cool to go back to look. You see the visits, so we kept track of the visits. I kept track of the books I wanted to read. This is something I want to go back to. My acrylic paints because I'm constantly buying more paint. You see the maintenance thing? Yes. I did take a class on how to take pictures. And I think I transferred the notes like 2 years in a row and then I got acquainted with everything, so I didn't need to do that anymore. But I got them if I need them. So like the maintenance, that's something I want to go back to. But definitely the books that I want to read, or the, like keep track of what books I have read, the acrylic paints, because I keep buying paints over and over again. The Connecticut visits. Obviously, we're not in Connecticut anymore. So I do want to put a list showing when we visit, the date, sort of like a memory keeping. Here's a bucket list. So every year I kept transferring the bucket list, the camping list, the Tombow brushes. Obviously I don't need to keep the debt journey. The A1C, I will go back to this because it's good to keep track of how my A1C is doing, and definitely I would do one of these. Let's see, medications and stuff, maybe, but I want to say every year, transferring things over is kind of like hard. So that one would be my all catch all bullet journal. Here's a Lordstrom. The only difference is the Lordstroms are clearly like this beige color, and I like, not that I hate, but I like the white. Like the white pops. Like this one was white. That's why I decided to bring the this one was white. So I feel like the white, whenever of course I can't find one where I watercolor. This is when we came to Tennessee. Is there a watercolor anywhere around there? I want to use something that has color. I used a bunch of Tombos. What happened, Micah? Um, let me see. Did I watercolor anywhere? Come on. But it does pop, like you do see that the color pops more than the beige. So let's flip through this one. You see, this is the beige. And the same thing. I was the pen testing. Micah, what are you doing? I was doing a 52-week challenge to see how much I can save up. My watercolor list. This is what I need. And keep it all in one place, right? This one was 2020. I think 2020 was my good year when it came to bullet journaling. The medical history, my Tombow, my acrylic colors, the camping again. This I won't put. My books, definitely. Like books I want to read, books that I read, and do the same thing. Like put the dates. That is great. The bucket list. Oh, what are you doing? Micah want to be involved. The Connecticut visit. JJ, fix his tablet. All right, sorry about that. No longer need to do purchases tracking because we're no longer in debt. Unless we want to save for something. So let's flip through this one. But that is actually the kind of idea, finish whatever it is that you're doing. The kind of idea that I want to put in the bullet journal, basically, when it comes to, this is kind of cool. When it comes to like to come back and look at this stuff, look at this. That is so cute. I think the Arch and Olive for $41. I think I paid $41.45.
Yeah, I think you see.
Okay. $41.45. And I want to say for it, for it to be to catch all, basically, I think is great. It's a well spent money. It comes with a little box. I can put it in there to make sure I put it away, to make sure it stays intact. So that makes me pretty happy. I miss doing these spreads. That's why I decided to go back to bullet journaling. This one was glitter. I don't know if you can tell. But everything else, this is all watercolor. Yes. And I think I want to do this, like a memory keeping every month. What
The
happened?
poppers want you.
Okay.
The gay poppers want you.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Ugh. Here's all my tracking. I used to love doing this too. I used to do all my budgeting in my bullet journal, but no longer do that. I have my own Count Your Coins budget book. If you're interested, is in Amazon. Just search Esmeralda Campbell and it should pop up. So I no longer have to do that in my bullet journals. This is how I used to keep my memories. I used to put an extra page just for the memory keeping. And that's something you can do as well. I mean, not hard to do. Listen, buddy, Yaya is trying to do something, and you're over here talking about fix it for me. Let's see, what else do we have? So I think 2026 is gonna be great in the bullet journal. I feel like it's gonna be good for me because as you guys know, I work from home and I no longer do as much as I used to do back in the day because now I work from home. And even though my workload is the same, it's like because nobody's there to bother you, nobody's there to ask you any questions. I feel like I have more time basically to do everything. So I'm not writing as much. I don't go to obviously that many meetings and that kind of stuff. So it's okay. So I think the bullet journal will do me good. So I no longer do my budgeting on my bullet journal, but it's all right. Let's see. Of course, Micah decided to sit right behind us if you don't hear him. Um, and basically that was it. This was I don't know if you guys did it, but it was like 2020, 20 days of something, and I decided to do 20 days of teas. So I put the tea bag of every tea that I drunk and I glued it on here. I also had, let's see, pomegranate, lemon. I also did with green tea. That is funny. Oh, memories are great. So I also did the 80s, right? Like 80s movies for the whole entire month of January. 20 80s movies. It was 20, reading the whole entire book, but 20 of them of the Bible. So that was kind of fun. It is so funny, actually. These were my gratitudes. Oh my goodness. This is, ooh, let me tell you. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna leave it in the next page because I love this. I think I'm gonna do this again. I think this had to do with this because I see numbers and old credit cards. Look, it is so cute. I think I'm gonna do this. This is awesome. So I think before I start my 2020 bullet journal, I am gonna go through all of these. I do have two more, three more. This was doodles. This is cute. I mean, I didn't do all of them. I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm still missing 3. Oh my god. This is awesome. Oh, this I got from, I don't know if you guys remember Boho Berry, but I got that from her. She don't do bullet journaling anymore. Oh, this is so much fun going through all this stuff. This is all my budget. I used to do everything manually from my budget. I color coded back then too, no matter what. That's how I started. Oh my goodness. To think about, and then I did every month in the beginning. Yep, I remember that. Oh my goodness, this is great. Always did this. My goals, my likes and my dislikes for 2020. Oh my gosh. I was keeping track of the YouTube. I stopped doing that because I still don't get paid by YouTube, by the way. Cameras. The camera, this was when I took that camera class. You see, I transferred it over. How great is that? The savings. So I think I'm gonna do this once I go back and look. I'm gonna pick and choose. Don't worry, I will be making a video on it of what we're choosing to do for 2026. I mean, wow. To think about back in 20, I guess 17, is that the earliest one I got? I thought we had an earlier one than that. 20, oh yeah, 2027. My total debt was, I hope you're sitting down, but when I first started this journey, my total debt, everything, home, school loans, credit cards, everything, cars, was $456,217.50 when I started this journey. Without the home, it was 80,000, and that's with school. And then it was credit cards, car loans. So now we're in 2025, and we're debt free. So sink that in, people. Sink that in. 400. You see that, right? This is a 2021 book. 456,217.50 and $80,000 of debt. In 2020, the number's different because in 2020 I wasn't counting, I think, or I separated, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't mind sharing this because um, clearly, I don't mind sharing it because it does help out people. But back in 2020, I was not counting the school, and I don't think I was counting the home. I had this incorrectly. So in credit cards, it was $40,000. The rest is between school, cars. Oh, sorry, Micah decided to kick you. Micah. I was counting this incorrectly. I had put with home, but my home did cost more than that. I mean, I'm just saying. So I had done this incorrectly when I decided to do it. So I gotta go back, 2019 to see what my numbers, but this is the correct number because I want to say it followed after that every single year. What was that, 450? Unless I had it somewhere else. So we have it in here. Oh yeah, you see? So after that is where, so the 456 is home and school. And then the 40, the 80 is cars and credit cards. At one point, I think I didn't remember how I was doing it. So when I first started, it used to just be school loans, not the home. So it was school loans and cars, I think, on the top. Yeah, like I can't think of how in the world I came up with that number now that I think about it. But I shouldn't worry about it because, hello, we're debt free. But I did separate the home with the school because that was the biggest number. Yeah, you see, I got without is 40, with home is 67. So I don't think these numbers was correct. I don't think the home was in it. because that looks like a better number, the home and the school. Because if I'm not mistaken, my home was over $250,000, and the school loans, Lexington was like 80, and mine are like 70. So that number clearly did not make sense. But I was starting. I mean, it was my beginning of life of trying to get out of debt. So once I got to the next years, I guess is when I realized that I was doing it wrong. But I'm so excited to start this. I can start this at any time because this is more for my list and my track or trackers or tracking. So I'm going to go forward, um, start planning how I'm going to do it, and I will be recording the process. But thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. This is very beautiful, by the way, for the $41. I am very happy. And don't forget, if you're interested in getting out of debt, go to www.amazon.com and just search Esmeralda Campbell, and your Count Your Coins monthly budget book will be there. There's a page that tells you exactly what to do, how to do it. I just brought it back. I had it offline for a bit. Shows you how to do it. For the simple fact that I changed a couple of things. So now it's back online. You're able to go in there and start your journey and get out of debt. But I'm not here to sell you on my budget book. But thank you for watching. God bless. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, and sorry about the kids in the background if they bothered you.